got everything.
Hello and welcome to today's stream. I'm Venus, as always, and this is Secret Frequencies. And at a very strange time, I am doing a crystal ball because I'm away.
Yeah.
And this arm here,
Hiya.
this is my man
Hiya.
who is going to
I'm.
shift over closer,
Okay.
closer.
Right. So I am on stream. So, yeah, it's very yeah. Hiya.
So, we're going to talk a little bit about first, just what we have here, what we're going to do, whilst we wait for some people to join, because it's a very strange time for me to stream. It's actually here, it's 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Let's see, we have Raphael Leonardo, so we have a turtle here. We have a turtle.
Wow. Yeah.
Donatello, where's Donatello and Michelangelo?
Oh,
Not
yeah,
sure,
from
not
Italy.
sure. Jasmine, hello, welcome. Hello, welcome. So I wrote my
God.
man into the stream today.
No, she didn't wrote me in.
he honestly wants to be here.
wanted-
No.
Hi everyone. Yeah, I am the infamous Paul. Yeah. So I came
Tamika!
on-
So Tamika's from Australia, so this is probably a good time. We're
yeah.
not really sure, but we are in are in Hungary right now.
Yeah, we are
So-
hungry. It's lovely. It's very hot right now.
It's
very
actually,
hot.
yes, compared to the UK where we live,
Oh wow, yeah. So
the
yeah.
rainy
The
UK.
rainy UK.
It's very, very
terrible.
nice here, actually. Carolyn, hello, welcome. 10 a.m. Amazing. So it's a good time for you. That's great. So, so if you have not noticed, I have my very, very miniature crystal ball. This will be the first time ever of using it on stream. We've used it off stream.
Oh yeah,
We've tapped
have,
into
yeah.
it. We've checked in with the spirits
Oh yes. we
off
have.
stream, but on stream we have not used it yet. So I'm going to do, of course, crystal ball as always, but my beautiful man Paul, stop being shy.
Oh my
So-
god, I'm so shocked. I'm not used to being on stream. But
So-
yeah, it's okay.
So he's going to be here for a little while. He's going to jump off in a moment. He will jump off in a moment, but I will go over. So of course, as you know, I'm away. So I'm in Hungary. We've had an amazing time. If you've seen some of my shorts, I haven't posted much. If you have seen some posts and some shorts, you will know that I'm in Hungary, and that if you've seen the article I've posted, it's about my grandfather who was Hungarian.
Exactly.
And it is about my past life as well as Hannah Blavatsky.
Yeah.
Now, Paul knows a little something about that past life because he actually was also involved in that past life.
Yeah,
like he is
yeah.
involved in this life just now.
Yeah.
So we have some unfinished business, you could say. And not in a bad way, but you know how karma is in a human lifetime. So, but we have love cards. We have unicorn, which we have not used in a very long time. And we have yin yang. We have yin yang. So they're the cards we have at the moment. Only 3 cards because we're away.
Yeah,
So
we
it's
know.
what we can back, which is why we have the tiny crystal ball.
Oh, but so good though, isn't it?
It's
Isn't it
good, it's so
delightful? It's
cute.
delightful, isn't
So,
it?
so the idea is to use this whenever we travel. So whenever we go away, I know it's not really in maybe the chat is covering it a little bit for you, but it works nonetheless. It works
I think so.
nonetheless,
Yeah, I
yes.
think so.
And so I really want to get used to using it on stream because we plan to travel a lot more.
Yeah, we do.
And I went through the airport with this,
Oh, yeah?
through security with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah,
So
they got stuff.
we can use this. We can use this whenever we go away, and that is the great thing about it. So that's why we'll be using this one today to kind of practice on stream. But before we begin, so we will get to questions.
Oh,
If you
wow,
have
yeah.
your questions, any questions for crystal ball, requests for the cards, love, unicorn, or yin yang, you're very welcome to ask.
Only apparently, yes. Only
Well, you're not the yin, let's be honest. So they're the cards we have. But if you before your questions and your card requests, I just want to talk a little bit about something we bought today. So,
Oh wow, yeah.
so I haven't even posted a short about this yet. So let me just tell you guys because it's really cute and it's really sweet and it's really lovely.
I love
And
this.
we had an amazing time at the store.
Yeah,
So we went to a spiritual store that sold
yeah, it was amazing.
singing.
Yeah, the singing bowls, and we had a very good time, like playing with the bowls and such.
And we
And then
saw
yeah, we saw these massive.
biggest.
Yeah, they were massive. They were very expensive. You could not. Sorry.
This is the biggest singing bowl we ever
Yeah, we
could have
couldn't.
seen. We ever could.
They were
and
so
we-
expensive. 4,000 euros. They were like huge. But we got to play with them and it's such. It was brilliant.
I probably could have gotten into it.
Yeah,
and
you could have
probably
sat in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have sat in it. Yeah, it's
we
funny.
would have done that probably if we had a little bit more privacy in the store. I probably would have gotten into it,
But
and Paul probably would have just had lots of spam. What is Venus's frequency? Is it good? Is it
we
bad?
did take a video, and I'm sure
We will post it.
Venus will take. She'll show you. But we do have. We do have this. So basically, what we're gonna do is unravel these singing.
Just wait, hold up
Oh
first.
no!
Hold on first. So there was very miniature things in there, wasn't there? So
Yes.
we had that huge singing bowl that we spoke about, where like I literally could have gotten into it.
Literally, you could
It's
sat in
no
it.
word of a lie.
Both sat in it, and literally ate a
Thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
you
was
would never
thousands.
finish those
Yeah,
cornflakes.
could have swam in it and things.
But this is very miniature. There was miniature singing bowls, but there wasn't miniature mallets. So you
No,
couldn't really make
you
it the
couldn't,
best
no,
noise from them.
no.
They were right. So a singing bowl is traditionally a bell. Anyway, you might
Yes.
not often know that. Maybe you
Yeah.
did. But so we were pinging it with our fingernails like this, and it was great. But with the way we play them now with the mallet, we did not find the mallet small enough. But this,
Oh, this is beautiful.
this-
Listen to this.
so
This is
they
amazing.
have first here,
So
and when we open it,
yeah, listen to this.
you can
It's
do it. You
lovely
can play it,
and
but
it's so compacted because we bought it within this, and these chiming. What would you call it? Rings.
it's actually they're called tincture bells, so it's technically
Okay.
a bell.
It's amazing.
But
Like
go ahead, you can.
so.
you
So
can-
literally, when you listen to that. No. Isn't that amazing? The noise that it gives off, sound healing, frequencies. It's really like it. It resonates within you. You listen to it. Shh, listen. That's amazing. Sound is so.
And
Yes.
I hope it comes
it's
through
so.
as well.
I really
on
hope
the-
it comes through on stream, but it's so lovely.
I can't do.
No, it's nice. Oh wow, can you hear that? And it was a really great price in Budapest. It's still ringing now.
I think that's the thing we want to talk about as well. Is
That's the whole idea, is the fact that, it was a really good price.
we've never in the UK and especially Liverpool.
Yeah.
We have never seen them this small, and with such a cute bag that they actually go into.
Yeah.
It's so tiny.
Yeah, and you can literally, you can
I
carry
don't
it.
know if we're
and-
supposed to do this part, but I pull the string through. That's what I've been doing.
Yeah.
Just to make it like extra cute, really.
Yeah.
So I can just carry it like it's my
Yeah.
little tincture, my little tincture.
Little box thing, yeah. That's
But
cute.
go on,
It is
price,
cute.
price.
So I think the price was about £15.
Just under
or
15.
so it's like €20, or let's like convert it into US dollars. So it's like I don't know 20 US dollars. It's but still, it's actually quite cheap considering, and it's actually really like good quality as well. The chime that you get from it's actually really nice.
And so everything is it's Tibetan sound healing shop. Everything
yeah.
was traditionally from
It's
Nepal,
also-
Tibet.
It's
There
all
was
true.
prayer wheels, different types of shungite, pyramids or triangles as well.
Yeah.
Every single thing was handmade in Tibet,
Yeah.
which is why we were really drawn to the singing bowls,
Yeah.
and we really wanted the tiny singing bowls.
Yeah.
I think it's only the mallet situation we tried to play them with the smallest mallet we could find, and it just wasn't quite right. Which shouldn't put you off because, like I said, Tibetan singing bowls traditionally are bells, but now we kind of want it to be a singing bowl, so.
Yeah, we did.
But yeah,
we did have a play around, and they were quite huge. Like the biggest one was like 5,000 pounds. It literally you could sit in it. But
I do.
no,
I
it was
think I could sit
brilliant.
in it.
You know, it was amazing. It was.
I could cleanse
amazing.
my whole soul
Your
from
whole
this soul, my past life, my future lives, every future life
Other
to come.
people's lives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People's
It was
lives
amazing.
have never ever touched me
Yeah,
or
yeah.
affected me.
It was amazing. It was amazing.
Yes,
It was so good.
absolutely. And so, we'll just see who's in, because we have
Yeah.
chatted on for quite some time. And
Yeah, sorry.
we don't mean to do that, we're really sorry. But we're super excited to be in Hungary. We've had some traditional Hungarian food.
It's really warm here, by the way.
It
like,
is warm.
So if you see
So
our
if we
faces
look, yeah,
being
if we
really,
look a
like,
bit hot,
it's really
pretty
warm. It's like
Um,
it's about 25 degrees.
I think we're thinking that because we're like, the UK is really cold, we should look cold. But yes,
Yeah.
so let's just see. So we have Raphael, of course, we have the turtle in, of course. We have Jasmine, Tamika,
Hi,
Carolyn,
Jasmine. Hi, Tamika.
Lisa,
Hi, Lisa.
Jared.
Hi,
Hello,
Jared.
welcome. So
How you
that's a
doing?
new person.
Yeah.
Hey, yes. Really nice to see Ascending Universal Butterfly. So I know you were new on very recently in the stream, and you didn't actually get a reading, I think. So it's really nice to see you back. It's really nice to see you back. Aries. I have not seen Aries in a long
Oh,
time.
wow, I'm an Aries.
So, and yeah, my man is an Aries, so resonating there. Kevin, hello, welcome. John, hello. And let's see. Just Solace, hello, welcome. Not very lovely message, but Miss Venus, hello, welcome.
Hi, Miss Venus.
Miss
How you doing?
Venus. And my man has heard a little bit about you.
Yeah, a little bit. I know a lot.
S. Leela, hello, welcome. And that's who's in at the moment. So if you are new, I am Venus. This is my man who's not usually on stream.
You can call me
And
Mr.
this,
Bear.
yeah, or
No.
Aries or Mars
I'm
or
Aries.
Paul. But this is Secret Frequencies, and in all seriousness, I will be getting into a crystal ball very soon. So you can see people posting questions in the chat.
Exactly, yeah.
That is because I do actually do real
yeah.
crystal ball readings, like
Yeah, you do,
actual
yeah.
professional crystal ball readings.
Excellent.
But we just wanted to jump on today because it's a bit of a fun, light-hearted time.
It was.
You know, we've come to Hungary with the purpose of connecting with my ancestry,
Yeah.
some of my soul family even.
And me just like participating, and yeah, I'm all for
But yeah,
this.
but
And
Paul it's a huge, like, although Paul is not super into this realm that we do, he's a super empath. Like, everything that you kind of believe in and talk about and feel is super empathetic. He discusses all different types of like theories and topics and things that are rarely in our realm. He just doesn't kind of class himself as this realm yet. So look at that.
No, I am.
He's almost there.
That's why she's with me.
He's
So,
almost there.
yeah,
He's
I'm
almost there.
Yeah, right.
He needs that. That's the lesson. Libra, Aries, total opposite
I
signs.
know, yeah.
Bringing you to the light as you bring me to your light as well, because we both have a lot of light. But yes, so Paul may jump in and out, or Aries, Mars may jump in and out. But I will get on with a few questions for all of those beautiful souls who have been very patient with us to share what we've done today. But I do hope you appreciate. So traditional Tibetan Tingsha bells.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's
very, very
Tingsha.
Tingsha. So you see?
Oh yeah, Tingsha.
It's very uncommon that people actually know what that's called, and it's kind of an uncommon thing.
Yeah.
But these are going to with me kind of trying to get like miniature crystal ball, miniature cards that are as small as possible, because we want to travel as much as possible.
Oh yeah, we do.
But still do our readings,
Oh,
still
yes,
all of my
we do.
readings,
Yeah.
still do as much as we can in terms of spirituality, which is why now we're seeking the smallest sound healing things we can possibly find and everything like that.
Yeah.
So we can just always do things on the fly, you might say,
we will do,
as much
yeah.
as possible.
Yeah.
So as promised, crystal ball will begin shortly. So if you want to
Yeah.
jump off and do anything, you
I'm
can.
gonna nip off.
Yeah, if
For
you
a
want,
bit.
if you want to
Yeah, I
come
will.
back, you're very welcome to. Paul has actually done. So I won't introduce this to you prematurely, but Paul, my Aries, has been doing some readings lately, and since we met, we've been practicing, updating, and how much better have you been doing then?
Oh yeah, yeah.
More
so
accurate,
much
more
better.
accurate,
Yeah,
more accurate every single time.
Oh, you know, it's
So
been
he's kind
much
of fine-tuning
amazing.
his own abilities because he's a huge empath.
Yeah.
But tuning, as many of you know, tuning your empathetic and your own kind of like third eye open energy into an actual skill of like tarot or crystal ball.
It's been amazing.
It's a
like,
long journey sometimes.
Yeah, it is a long journey, but like it takes its toll. But like,
I would say the crystal ball maybe not quite yet, but tarot you've done so well at tarot.
Yeah,
so
it's
well.
been amazing.
You've done so well at
I've been
tarot.
able to do it myself.
Done it for me.
Yeah,
very accurate.
And you know what though? I do have I have the facilities. I am capable of doing it myself. People look at me and go, you know what are you doing now? Like, I know what I'm doing. I can.
For most people, I think it is literally just.
I can predict.
Yeah.
I'm very good with prediction.
So we call him Zoltar sometimes. We call him Zoltar.
With a small beard.
That's his alter
Zoltar.
ego. The alter ego that reads the tarot is Zoltar.
Yeah.
But I think that most people just need that confidence. And once you get it from someone else who maybe is a little bit more practiced or just a little bit more set in that path, they give you the confidence and you go, I can do it. I can do it.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to leave Venus alone, right? And you enjoy, right? So I'll see you in a minute. Maybe I'll come on to you later. But Venus is here to steer the ship.
Okay, see you soon.
See you soon. See you soon. Right, go on,
okay.
Go.
Have a nice time.
Yeah, do that.
Won't be too long. Okay, so we're in the Airbnb. It's a lovely Airbnb because I was speaking to Elizabeth about he's crawling away. He's trying not to be in shot. So it's a lovely Airbnb, and I think I spoke to Elizabeth about how the shaman in Hungarian times, in ancient times, where they were chosen by their birth defects, and we were talking about how I have a tail. Technically, that would have been a birth defect. I'm a Lyran, so I have a tail, because and the whole.
Love you.
I love you too. So I would have been a shaman in ancient kind of Hungarian times, and the Airbnb we happen to be able to book at this time is cat themed. So cat themed is Lyran or cat. Well, there's some avian Lyrans, which are bird Lyrans, but a lot of Lyrans are feline Lyrans. And I just thought it was interesting that our hotel is kind of cat themed. So we have our cat pillow. We have the cat pillow, and we do have tons of other cat things. But let's get into readings. So I've kept you guys too long. Let's get into some readings. I don't know if you can see the ball. It's a miniature ball, as you probably hear by now. But let's get into it. Let's do it. So we'll see who's in now. So let me go to, let me see. So if you're still in, let me see. No, I will go through. I know some of you guys will have waited. I really appreciate that because I don't talk too much about my personal life, so I appreciate kind of waiting around whilst I just kind of like do something a little bit not too structured at the moment. So let's see. But I'm very well for everyone saying, how are you? I'm very well. I hope you guys are well. So AA first, these Ashes thoughts for me today. Okay. Yeah, so we're getting quite a few thoughts come up there. Some of them are kind of like memories of like past things that have happened or things you've spoken about, but some of them are also it's more future things. So like, what are you doing with your day, or what will you be up to in the week, or what I may say to you. It's almost like when we have those things in our minds of what scenarios, what may happen that haven't happened. It's like what you might do with your day, thinking of you like that. Lisa says the next time will see me, will it be when I'm with my new partner? Okay. I guess a yes. I guess a yes on that one. Would you mind ice water? Could I have ice water? Thank you so much. Jasmine says, nice, you guys are working on unfinished business in this lifetime. How amazing. Yes. Because the lifetimes actually is interesting. Because the lifetimes we spent together in the past, we didn't have a lot of pushing against each other too much. It's just kind of like very small unfinished things. But in this lifetime, it's like the universe is like, okay, now you can have the total opposite. You're a Libra, he's an Aries. Now you can totally push against the tides, work out absolutely everything. And this is the last. I know the universe wouldn't really say this is the last chance, but that's how it feels to me. It's like, we're going to do this or we're not going to do this, you know? But it's great. And, you know, nothing is negative. It's just being a Libra and Aries together. It's like, I'm super indecisive, he's super decisive. It's like, I'm like, make this decision for me, you know? So it's just really funny how opposite we are in silly ways like that. You know, I'm not talking about anything bad, right? Not to put like a, you know, it sounds like it's bad, but it's not bad. AA says, haha, with the yin yang. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So I'm the yin, he is the yang, and we have the yin yang oracle cards as well. So let's do a yin yang for AA, since you have been on for a while. So let's do the yin yang. Oh, and I dropped it. So you have the masculine yin yang. And I didn't ask for it, but I'm going to pull it for you anyway. So the masculine is interesting because the masculine is all about the male energy. It's like that balance. So you might have a strong divine feminine energy, and you're being asked to balance that out with a strong divine masculine energy. Now it can be the opposite. Although I am female and I rarely live in my divine feminine energy most of the time, I can flip. So I do have the elements of divine masculine in me in some parts of my personality or some parts of the traits that I have, and I can put them to the forefront sometimes. So, and that's me tapping into my divine masculine. So personally, I still feel I'm a little bit more unbalanced, where I'm a little bit too much in the feminine, but you know, some people don't have that kind of balance at all. Like, I do try to tap into that balance. So you might be being called just to tap into that balance a little bit more, you know, a bit, maybe you're too much in the masculine or you're too much in the feminine, however it manifests for you, but tap into that other aspect more. I think you're being guided to tap into the masculine a bit more, because I do get like a divine feminine energy from you, like I do with a lot of people that gravitate towards me, because I think that a lot of people who gravitate towards me are divine feminine beings. You know, Jasmine, Miss Venus, even Jan, you know, I found in the past. And I mean, Kevin, I actually think, Kevin, you're pretty balanced. Like, out of all of us, Kevin, like, I suppose in most of your time, maybe you're a bit more in the masculine, but I feel like you're pretty balanced. Like, I feel like you can balance it quite well. Ice. It's only water. It's just in a wine glass. But yes. So let's carry on. So Jan, divine feminine, definitely feel that from Jan. But hello, welcome. It's been a while since I saw Jan, so it's nice to see you. Aries, what's my partner's current intentions and feelings? Okay. So this is interesting because I haven't checked too recently on stream, but some of the questions you've been asking, like in chat and things, I kind of feel, you know, it's interesting because intentions, so we were seeing a little bit kind of like he would maybe move into his own place, and, you know, there was a lot more prominent options with that, and that didn't really ever kind of manifest, and it got less and less and less and less, and now it seems a lot more like there's more intention of perhaps staying with you. I do feel like some of it's convenience. It's like, actually this is easier on me. There's a little bit of convenience in terms of intentions, like staying here for convenience. But I think a lot of it is your energy and you being there and not really realizing how close you would actually get with him staying with you. And I feel like he's kind of like, oh, I love her, I've always loved her. I love her, I've always loved her, but I feel a little bit like I didn't realize how compatible in a long-term living together kind of situation we were until now, which is good because that's kind of one of the main challenges or feats within a relationship is, you can travel together, you can spend a lot of time together, but until you're living together, you don't really know exactly how it's going to go. So it's nice that you've kind of been pushed into having this accidental, almost trial run, and I feel like he's kind of like, wow, like he really feels like this is great, and I didn't actually ever think it would be this great. So it's the intentions. I think the intentions are mainly to say that there's a little bit of this energy of like, I kind of still want to get my own place and just do, but it's more like wanting to do what I said I would do, as opposed to it's actually what he wants to do. It's more like wanting to do what he said he would do, so that's kind of interesting. But I feel like generally intentions, without that kind of preconceived notion of I was going to do this, I feel like the intentions are to stay with you. But feelings, they're great: love, care, deep connection, all these positive things. But Kevin, it's really nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. Jan says, outside of the 18th, what other days have Caden and Em hanged out recently from the 19th to 22nd? Okay, let's look. So 19th seems highly prominent, and also 20th as well. So that seems very prominent. There's a lot of energy there. That could be a lot of calls and talks and texts, but I feel like there's some like calls as opposed to just texts. AA says, how does Asha feel and think about the meetup we had a few days back? Okay. I get like a highly positive energy with that. It seems really like, I kind of feel like with everything you're looking at, so I suppose it's kind of good for you, but with Asha, it really seems like an upward trajectory. Like there's just a bit more thinking about you. There's a bit more positive energy. There's a bit more you being on the forefront of the mind a bit more often and things like that. So that's quite nice as well. It just seems to be increasing. Not really quickly, but every time or every other time I check. So it's a nice gradual upward trajectory, I would say. Tamika says, will I have a successful art business career? What percentage? Okay. So I'm getting like 70%. So that's pretty good if that can come, basically. More opportunities. The more we delve into and narrow down our opportunities, the more higher the percentage of a certain thing will be. Like our Acacia Records, for example, you might stand there and you might have 3 branches open to you of possible paths to go down. As soon as you hone into one, the chances on that path increase and increase and increase. So 70 is quite good at the moment. Aries says, when is conception, going to happen for my partner and I? Okay. So I'm getting highly positive energy around March time next year, of course. Jan says, what happened between Caden and Em last night? Feel like there was an upset and she crashed out. Okay. Yeah, it seems like barely any communication. It seems like crashing out quite quickly over really nothing. So it seems kind of like, it's almost like paranoid, jealousy kind of energy. I don't really feel like there's too much that happened tangibly within the connection, if that makes sense. Kevin says, what are A's current feelings and thoughts about me now? He talked about me to Tanya and discussed about me this week. Okay. Yeah. So definitely feeling like you're more in the forefront of the mind, in the conscious mind, thinking about things, thinking about, what, how do I feel about this? Like, what are my actual thoughts about my own feelings about liking this person, liking, males, all those things, like a lot of questioning about the connection. I do really feel that. But I would say that in terms of you specifically, it's almost like ever so slightly you're coming to the forefront. You're like gradually being nudged to the forefront, which it does feel quite gradual at the moment. I can't deny that there has been some pushback from the current conscious energies lately with A, unfortunately. I wouldn't like to see it, but I do see that. Aries, will my partner decide not to get his own place and stay living with me? It seems the most prominent option. I definitely see that as the most prominent option. He's been living with me ever since he got evicted from his old place back in April. Yes, it seems the most prominent to me. And Tamika says, will my art foundation or art profile for purpose be successful? Amazing. Okay. I guess a yes on that. I get really high prominent energy. I don't really feel like there'll be a multiple amplitude of opportunities available to you. I feel like you'll make the most of the opportunities that do come, and I feel like you'll push against the tide a little bit. So I do feel like there'll be some challenge, some work, some hard work, but I really feel like you can make it, which is great. I love art. I'm obsessed with art. We were talking about today because we travel occasionally and we're trying to do it more. I was talking about how I just prefer art galleries so much more than museums. I would rather see a modern person's art than some old things from the past in the museum. But I might have a past life that tells me it wasn't quite correct, So art, I love art. Always the release of creativity and the sacral energy. Very nice. Shamika, when my art foundation. Oh, no, that's the same one I did. AA says any card for work. Okay, so we'll do yin yang because we don't have too many cards. We only have 3 today. Whilst I'm away, I will have more when I get back. And actually, my new love cards will have arrived by the time I get back. So that's quite nice because I have the Romance Angels, which we always use because I rarely resonate with them. But I now have a different set of love cards. So I'll be mixing it up a little bit on stream and hopefully having a bit of something unique, something different for a while, So for AA, we have family, home, and commitment. So family and home, it generally tends to link to the root chakra. So when you're asking for work, it's almost like affirmation. Yes, I've heard your message, I've heard your request. We are going to look at work because it's family and home, which are the root chakra. So that does also entail finances and work as well. But we have commitment. So commitment in this respect would usually, in the work sense, be like signing a contract, a new job where you sign a contract. It's like I'm committing to this new role. So it's generally tends to have a new energy, and it generally tends to have a committed energy as well. So then we have John says, when will Caden distance from M? When will they cut ties? Okay. Okay, so I'm still getting like a high prominent energy of that within this year, but unfortunately it's not looking like it's super soon. It doesn't look like it will be this month. So between October and the end of December is the kind of time frame I'm being given. Not really feeling like it's going to be super soon, unfortunately. Although there's only a week left of September, so it's not too bad, I guess. Kevin says, what can I expect with A in October? Will anything happen between us? Any change? Okay. So we get a no at the moment. It does seem like there's a little bit of a flattening of that energy. I feel like there's again a pullback from him, not really wanting to accept all of himself, everything he's attracted to, everything he's committed and connected to. I feel like there's a little bit of a pullback from that, unfortunately. Jasmine says, the other night I saw a white apparition between me and the kids. Who was this? Okay. Okay, so we're getting angelic energy there. So we're getting angel spirit guide come through. Very nice. Miss Venus, hello. Carolyn, is Christopher finding it more difficult not to come forward towards me? Yes, so mostly I would say yes, but I don't feel like it's this upward trajectory of, as time goes by, finding it more and more difficult. It seems more like a bit of up and down. It still mostly goes up, but there's bumps in the road, if that makes sense. So it's not a nice, smooth upward trajectory like we'd want. It's a bit of a speed bumps kind of trajectory, but it's still upwards, so that's good. Tamika says, have I gained any weight from the medication Asenapine? Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And if so, how much? Okay. So it gets a very, very minimal energy with that. It would be like £1 at the most. It seems like not really a lot. Kevin says, a love card for me in general. Okay. Interesting. You have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So we have engagement. So I always say with commitment on marriage cards, it generally tends to be about leveling up to that next level. So if you're single, you'll meet someone. If you've met someone, you get in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, you'll get engaged. And if you're engaged, you may get married. And if you're married, you may renew your vows or deepen your connection in another way. But it's all about leveling up on the connection. So it's still a positive omen, no matter where you are. Even if it's not, imminent engagement, you might say. Jan says, what are Caitlin's thoughts and feelings about me and any intentions? Okay. So it feels a lot like the thoughts are very passive. So it's very kind of pushing you out of his mind, not really thinking about you, not really, there seems to be a lot more in the forefront. There's a lot of distraction. There's a lot of other things going on in his mind. He's not really thinking about you. He's not really concerned about the connection at the moment, unfortunately. But intention-wise, again, I would say, due to this, there isn't really much in the way of intentions either. I would say that he's kind of... I do still feel like this intention, of course, as always, to keep the communication channel open and not to let you go, but there isn't anything extra, unfortunately, which, I'm sorry to say. So Aries, it's really nice to catch you, so I'm glad that I do have you here. Will my partner propose to me before the end of the year or at all in the beginning of the year of 2026 of next year? Okay. So I'm getting a no to this year. It does seem quite low prominence. It seems like there's more distraction in this year. It still feels like you're at the forefront of focus, but it's just not... I feel like he wants things to be a little bit more steady and stable before it gets to that. So I feel more like not the beginning of next year, but beginning to mid. So you might see like the second quarter of next year, like maybe April, May, June kind of energy, that kind of thing. Kevin says, what are Anirudha's thoughts and feelings of me? Okay. So really, really positive. It's really positive, but it does seem there's definitely mainly a platonic energy there. I feel like there could be potential of growth in a stronger romantic way, if that makes sense. But definitely mostly platonic at the moment. So Miss Venus, she's about to start my sesh. So I'm curious, what are T's thoughts, feelings, and intentions towards me? We've been talking and he was flirty yesterday, but I want to know if it's just sexual interest, okay? So I'm definitely feeling more than sexual interest. I'm even feeling like there was more than that in terms of intention going in. So I do feel like there wasn't going in with only that intention. So there was idea that it might progress to more, or that it should progress to more, or something in some way. I definitely am seeing that that wasn't the only force in the mind, even in the beginning. So that's nice, I suppose, depending on your feelings, you know. And Tamika says, will I have a successful joint business or businesses with my future husband? Will they be successful? Okay. So I'm actually getting a no on the businesses amalgamating and kind of entwining together there. But I still see like success and positivity in the respect of encouraging each other and cheering each other on in your own kind of fields. But I don't feel like an amalgamation of the jobs or the business endeavors, but definitely support. So that's nice, at least. So Jan says, oh, sorry, I skipped that a little bit. When will Caden message? What will he say whenever he does message? So if he messages, let's see what will be the most prominent thing he would say. Okay. Yeah, so it still seems pretty similar to it usually seems, in the sense of it's still kind of coming in with a very casual kind of energy, like you know, almost like ignoring the fact that he's ghosted you for the past few, you know, weeks or days, or however, you know, however long it's been in these periods, because there is potential of connecting back every now and then. So however long the gap is left, it does seem kind of like there's not a lot of accountability taken. It's almost like very casual, like, you know, yeah, just really casual, which is, it's a shame, because, you know, like you say often, you know, there should be an apology or something, or at least an explanation in some realm. So Loyal Mom says, oh man, I just got back of my head to stop pulsing for the first time this week, and that just activated that. Oh no, what, something to do with me? I'm so sorry if I had any impact here, but it's really nice to see you on stream again. I'm really glad, you know, when we have people come back and you know, join different types of streams as well. Crystal ball, pendulum, tarot, bone, crystal, and Michelle reading, which is very new, but we will be, when I get back, picking that up. So flower reading and the bone reading will be probably our main focuses next month, because I really want to hone in on them and get them down. Esleela, hello. So Jasmine says, did you pick up some shungite? I bet it's so pure. You always go and pick up some amazing things. Glad you both are having a good time. Paul, thanks for gracing us with your presence. That's very, very beautiful and very, very nice. He just walked out then to go to the bathroom. So or the kitchen perhaps, I'm not sure. But yeah, I will definitely let him know that you said that. That's really, really sweet. And yeah, so we actually didn't pick up shungite this time, and I think that's because I have so much of it and I don't use it as much as I used to. Oh, excuse me. So I used to use it a lot. I would always have like a gallon jug of water, like mineral, like bottled water in my room, and I would have tons of shungite in there all the time. And I kind of stopped doing that because I would sometimes go to the spring, and then you wouldn't need it if you went to the spring, and you know, I would just be trying different things with the water, you know, and things like that. And we kind of stopped shungite for a long time. So I kind of refrain from the shungite today, but yeah, it's definitely something I'm thinking about. It's crossing my mind to, like, I have a huge jar of it. I'm like, should I cleanse it? Should I, you know, wash it all out, cleanse it, pick that back up? I totally believe in the power of shungite. It's basically just a stronger and more, it's like charcoal, but it's more balanced in physical, spiritual, and mental energies, whereas charcoal's leans more to the physical. So it cleanses physically more than other areas. Not that it doesn't cleanse other areas, but shungite's more balanced, whereas charcoal's more in the physical. So it's very, very great thing to have, shungite. I would always recommend shungite, but we just haven't really used it too much lately. But I really appreciate that message, Jasmine. Tom, it's really nice to see you, by the way. And Aries says, Aries, heck yes, Miss Venus. Also, we had an intense, vivid dream last night about the shift in the system in the world. What was that? What was that about? Was it infiltrated? Okay. Okay, so it seems like you may have picked up something like a message or symbolism that was infiltrated, but actually seems like there was an attempt to infiltrate the dream, and your protections from your spirit guides and your angels, particularly starseed guides and angels and your own higher self, was actually strong enough to project it away. So you might have still received symbolism that there was some level of attack going on, but your protection was good enough to keep it away. So that's really positive. Maya says, hi bro, nice to know you. That's really sweet. Really, really appreciate you guys wishing Paul well and everything like that. Let's see, I'm an Aries, Sun, Venus, Mercury. Yeah, you have a lot of Aries, and I really feel that from you. And that's the interesting thing, is I've always gotten on so well with Aries women, or just Aries as friends. But Aries in relationships, usually that does not gel with me. But this time, I'm definitely getting my Aries lesson, but in a nice, positive way. Really feeling that, really nice. He's smiling from across the room. So, Miss Venus says, I know a little bit about you too. Well, I won't say that on stream, Miss Venus, but yes, she does. Yes, she does. Miss Venus is definitely my, like, I'll gossip a little bit, not in a bad way, but you know. So Miss Venus says I'll be back in about an hour. It'd be lovely to see you. Hope I do get to see you. Tamika says, will my next job be work from home or in office, or a mix of both? Okay. So I'm actually getting a mix of both, but I'm getting that you go into it with more of a work from home essence. So that's interesting. Jan says, what's Caitlin's most recent thought of me? So it's very murky for recent. It might just be because, you know, I'm trying to tap into current energies, and it definitely feels like the suppression of energy lately, which I know we've picked up a few times, so I'm sorry to say that. Carol says, it's lovely to see you. So excited, Venus. It's great to meet Paul too. Thank you. And Carolyn, you mean so much to me because of some of the things you pointed out, you know, about like the blood types and things like that, which is actually not super possible for us to get our blood type. We kind of have to give blood to get our blood types, which is very strange. So it's not as, you know, easy here. So I'm not 100% on mine, but I think you're correct in what you intuitively pick up. Jenny Thong says, nice. You can do your channel with your daughter next to make you mate. I don't have a daughter, but I definitely would. If I did, I would bring her on. And if you're intuitively feeling that in the future I might have a daughter, then I greatly appreciate that. But yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, but I greatly appreciate you anyway. So Aries says, what plans does my partner have next when it comes to our relationship? Okay. Yeah, so there's definitely more. So I'm still not seeing those really strong, significant points like engagement, planning a child, or anything like that. But I am seeing a more kind of leaning towards. I always see leaning towards long term, as you know, but I feel like it's a lot more in the forefront of his mind. Like he's considering those possibilities of the engagement, of the, you know, conception and things like that. I still don't think it's a plan, like an intention, but it's if I can, keep kind of updating you on what I do feel, it's like considering it and thinking, actually, that really would be great, so it's getting there, if that makes sense. So I hope it does. Maya says, how does Anna Sophia feel because she broke off friendship? Okay. So it feels a little bit still at the moment like there's some feeling like she's in the right, feeling quite righteous, feeling quite like you're in the wrong, she's in the right, that kind of energy that, we all do have that, when we make a decision, when we do something, when we cut a friendship especially, we do kind of feel like we're justified in some way. So I can understand that. But I do kind of feel like there's coming around to the possibility of not being right. And it's a little bit almost like, oh no, oops, that kind of energy. It's like, what if I actually am in the wrong? And it's almost like feeling a little bit too proud to apologize. But we'll see. We can see how that progresses because it might be, hopefully, it's a positive path, and it's, being mindful, being positive, being humble, just admitting fault. But we don't all do that every single time. We are human, and it's just not how we roll here in a human life path, Tamika says, will I get the studio apartment in Trustavia? I'm sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but we'll still check it. Okay, but it's on Spotter Home. Okay. Actually, get a very high probability of that. So best of luck to you. I really, really, really hoping. Maya says, does my ex Samuel Aries love me? Okay. So there's a recognition that the feelings are still there, but there isn't quite a recognition that I love feelings. So it's like there's something still there. I can't quite release her, let go of her, but I wouldn't say there's accepting and admitting it in the heart that it's love. So it could be a strong sense of care. It could be, just not wanting to release you, like communication wise, like wanting to keep communication channels open and things like that. But yeah, there's definitely the feelings are still there, Loyal Mom, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate the emojis as well, guys. AA says Ali's thoughts for me today. So do you get a similar kind of energy there where I feel like, in fact, I feel like you're quite in the forefront of the mind with that one. I do feel like there's been a lot of thinking about you today, especially in terms of memories of you, but how you're doing as well, like, how you're doing at this moment, what you're up to at this moment, and things like that. Aslila says, any love coming towards me, okay? So I feel like yes, but I feel like it's not super near future. So it's like, it's kind of in that space between near future and distant. So I would say it's at least 3 months, but let's pull a card for you and see what we get. We do have getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Very nice. So there's definitely going to be a period of, communication in some way. So even if it's dating, if you're going on a few dates, learning a bit about this person, but it's a positive person, you have a positive connection with them. So just to let you guys know, by the way, I do only have maybe just over 10 minutes left to go. So get your questions in. I'm not sure how far down the chat goes, so if I do not get to you today, I do greatly apologize, but I did say I would jump on for at least an hour whilst I'm away. If I could have jumped on for longer, I would have done that, but unfortunately we've just been super busy because we're only here for a short amount of time. We've really packed as much as we can in, and some callings from my ancestors and things like that just ends up that we don't have that much time. So I'll get through as many as I can within the next 10 minutes. If I do not get to all of your questions, I will be back on probably not tomorrow night, but the night after, which will be, is that Wednesday? No, that should be Thursday. Thursday. So I should be on Thursday evening, if, is that correct? Yeah. Yes. Just double checking. So yeah, I should be on Thursday evening for a longer stream. So I do apologize that this is short, but again, if you have not liked the video yet, please do like it, because even if you don't get many of your questions answered, the more likes I get on a stream, the more I will continue to do it, and the more I will travel around with my miniature crystal ball, so we can always do streams no matter where we are and what we're doing, you know? So Maya says, what does Matthias Leonardo, my friend, think of me? Okay. So we're still getting romantic attraction here. So we are still seeing romantic attraction. I don't feel like that has changed. Jan says, I had a strange dream with Caden in it. And Em was in it too. Was becoming more unhinged on Discord, leaving messages and getting more mad at Caden. Then me and him had a talk, and he was telling me he just has to endure and play along with her, but I shouldn't be having to endure, period. What was the stream all about? And was it like a look into what's happening between them? Okay. So I do get with this one, it does seem a little bit more like a desire dream, like you're kind of wanting everything between them to be like a farce, to not be true, to not be real, and your dreams are kind of telling you that. They're kind of playing out this kind of, because our dreams can be desires, worries and fears, or they can be things that we've seen throughout the day, or they can be the veil thinning between our realm and the spirit realm, and us actually connecting with the spirit realm. But it does seem like you have desires in that dream, unfortunately. Sorry to say. Richard Evans, oh, I don't appreciate that message. It's not PG, but I still feel like it's not great, so let's hide that user. Okay. Maya, which feelings has my friend? Oh, we did that. Sorry. So Jasmine says, what is Phil's higher self intentions with me? Okay. So the higher self, it's difficult, really, because the higher self is really wanting to connect with you and not let you go and not release you and kind of even take him back onto this path where you're a possibility. So the higher self really kind of, it's doing everything I wanted to do, you know, how I would see it and how probably you see it too. So that's unfortunate. I mean, it's not unfortunate, but you know what I mean, because things aren't going our way, it's unfortunate. And AA says Asha wants to be with me. Guess yeah on that. Maya says, how did Matthias feel when he saw me treating good other people in the group? I don't treat him like that because he was so mean to me. Okay. Yes, it's definitely a feeling of like, I kind of want that treatment. It's definitely, it's almost like jealousy a little bit, you know? Samsy's so great to meet Paul. That's so sweet. I greatly appreciate that. So because we don't have long left, I'm going to go through. And if I haven't answered any of your questions yet, I will do that. But please do post. So at the very bottom, if you have one, what's your most pressing question? The thing you most want answered right now. And please post that, because what I will do is I will look for anyone who hasn't had a question answered yet. I'll answer that. And then I might do like one more per person if I can make it to that. And then, of course, I will be with you, not tomorrow night, but Thursday evening for a longer stream. So it's definitely going to be longer than this. We're just reaching an hour now. Tomorrow will be 2 hours, at least. 2, maybe 2.5. DJ Lucky 13 says, where are you from? I'm from the UK, but we are in Hungary at the moment, where my ancestry is from. Rain says a card of my choice. Rain, I'm going to do a unicorn because we haven't had any cards on stream really, apart from love. And I love the unicorn cards the most. So we have leadership, pause to see it now at the side here. So leadership, step into your leadership, share your message, inspire and empower others. So again, this is a period of your life or your life path, you know, what's going on, where you're going to connect a bit more with your divine feminine energies. You're going to step up a little bit. Maybe it might even be a job where you take on more responsibility, but it's more rewarding in that sense as well. As we take on more leadership, more responsibility, we do end up with more, I would say, like pride in ourselves and things like that, you know, more growth and learning, I would say as well. Ari says it's great news. Yes. Mazzy! Oh, Mazzy! So I missed you on the last stream. So, Paul, you can come in if you want.
That's okay. No, yeah. Don't worry, guys.
He's at the side now.
You might hear me, but Venus is your emporium. So, continue.
So, Mazzy, it's been really great. It was really great to see you here. I did have you on the list for the bone, shell, and crystal reading. And we are going to pick up with that shortly as well. Like, maybe the first week of October, we will get back into that. Maybe the last few days of September. So you are still on priority list. So if you do want a bone reading, you're very welcome to join on, and you will still be on priority. So that would be nice as well. But Mazzy does say, what are A's current feelings towards me? You haven't had a question answered yet, so let's do that now. So feelings do seem to have strengthened. I don't know when I last checked this, but I do feel like I have, because it's almost like this upward trajectory, like there's more energy to it, there's more of a feeling to it. Like I've checked this before, it's been not as strong as it is now. So there's growing, increasing feelings for you. And it feels quite deep. So it could just be a soul family member, that's a friend, but it feels more like there's a bit more to it than friendship, I would say. DJ Paul 146, hello, welcome, because we have a Paul with us. So very nice to see you as well. So let me just keep scrolling here. Mazzy, will I be able to find a new comfortable place to stay before the end of October? Okay. I get really positive energy on that, so best of luck. It seems like a yes. Yes. Jasmine says, can we do an update on the Akashic Records where Phil said I left her? Has that been removed, or is it still there? So do you mean like the possibility of leaving her on the path? The possibility of leaving her in the records, like in the future life path? Because I would be happy to check that. Any kind of updates that you do want with her and that path, I am happy to do, because we've been looking into this for so long, and Jasmine's also a moderator, so it would be nice to check that as well. Paul says great AI. That's definitely not you. Yeah, I'm really great AI. I'm so great that I'm actually not AI. So interesting.
Yeah.
Why do we have so many Pauls? It's like because I've said Paul, we're like attracting
Pauls.
Pauls.
Know many Pauls.
There's a Paul
yeah,
style.
Yeah, there's a few Pauls going around.
Yeah, well, yeah. It's a few Pauls. Let's see. So Mazzy, I will pull you a unicorn because I know you don't come on too often. So let's do unicorn for Mazzy. Cycles. So everything has its right time. Yeah. Honor the cycles of your body, time, tune. Sorry, the writing's so small. Sometimes I can't read it exact. Tune into the moon's magic. So when we do have cycles, when we do have cycles, the moon really does come into play, because we have the moon, of course, with its own cycles that we see every month, whenever we get to see it in the sky, which is a blessing, you know, when we get to see it. But I always say, like, you know, when sometimes if you do manifesting, or you do any different type of kind of energy work or spiritual work or spell work, always just make a little note of what moon cycle you're in at that time, because it doesn't go for everybody that, you know, a new moon is time for cleansing or a new moon is time for manifesting. Everybody can be a bit different. So you might find that although it might go against the grain, a certain moon phase might be better for your manifesting or your cleansing or your, you know, strengthening something that's already in progress. Whatever you're trying to work on, just take a little bit of a note of the moon phase at that time, because it can be different for everybody. Jasmine says, my friend's son passed the other night. Oh no.
No, that's terrible.
Yeah, I'm really sorry to read that.
Oh.
She's across the country and I can't make it. So what can I do for her to maintain my support? And has the energy I sent to her and her other children been helpful? Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so I definitely feel like the energy has been helpful. But the main thing that I would say is, you know, it's very kind of, it's like a short but sweet kind of message. It's letting them know that you're there if they need anything. Because, you know, I've been through this myself, where I've been through something like that, and then my auntie has again, like pretty soon after me. And even though I've been through it very recently, I still said to her, like, there's nothing I can say that'll make you feel better, because I knew there was nothing anyone could say to me that made me feel better. And I just said, there's nothing I can say that can make you feel better. I know what it's like. Nothing anyone says will make you feel any better, but I'm there. And I'm there, and the energy is there, and I'm here. And I think that's all people need to know, because the worst thing about it is when you see who tries to say something positive and who can't even face you because they can't even face that strong of a emotion. You know, some people will just totally, you'll be surprised, but because you're all empaths here, so you will be surprised. But there'll be many people in her life who won't say anything at all, because they just don't know what to say. And I think just the energy of letting them know you're there, rather than trying to come out with the perfect phrase, is more than enough. And that's what I've learned as well. So it's resonating with what the ball's saying, but I've learned it's more than enough. Miss Venus, yesterday I was talking to my twin flame about working out, and he joked that his goal is for his wife to enjoy the fruits of his workouts. Okay, very nice. Why did he tell me this? Was he insinuating something to me? Okay. Yeah, it definitely seems like an intention to be flirty, but also in a kind of, it's not just a harmless, mindless flirting kind of way. So flirting with intent, you know? I feel like you kind of do get that, but you know, you maybe want a bit of confirmation on that. So let's see. Rain, oh of course, yes. You haven't been in today, so here we are. So we have give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership. So there might be a relationship that's either in your current vicinity, or might be coming up in your current chapter, in your current chapter, that is worth working on. So even if it's someone new, maybe they're different than your kind of what you feel, what you think about what your kind of goal is or your person is. Work on it. Give it a chance, is more so I would say. Kira! Hello, welcome, Kira. I think that's like a political, this is reform. I think that's like a political message. You're very welcome to the channel. You can have any readings that you want. You're very welcome to always join us. And
keep political stuff.
That's what I say. Yeah, I always.
You know, we're all welcome, everyone, but like, you know.
I mean, I'm personally.
No, it's all great being political, but like, you know, keep it friendly. You know,
just
like,
a time and a place, I guess.
No,
channels for
no, it's not like no, just keep it friendly. You know, we're all within the politics as such, but like, you know, just you know, we have to understand that, you know, we all have to understand that, you know, we have to be like nice to each other. You know, don't You know, don't
I
approach.
don't think she's been horrible at anything.
Oh
I
no,
think
I
she's
didn't.
just trying to
I
put
didn't
out.
actually read the comments, but
Yeah,
you
Kira.
know, but like you know, being political, it's like you know, we need to like live that way because like you know, at the end of the day, we all need to be like really nice to each other.
Yeah, love like
and
no
you
matter.
know, we have to. Yes, we have to. Otherwise, you know, we can't aspire to be like the perfect, you know, what we want to do. You know, we
Yeah,
have
like
to be.
the Buddha energy.
Yes, that's what we want to
Or
do.
Christ consciousness. But I also think that Paul is very understanding of the fact that I'm an anarchist. So
Yeah, but anarchist doesn't mean like you know crazy or like you know
Yeah, of
destruction.
course,
It basically means something else. It basically
it
means
just means no leaders, it
anti-establishment.
means no government.
So, but that's different anyway. But if you come on here with like you know politics, you have to like literally understand that you know we're not here for politics. We're here for like spirituality,
Yeah.
and you know.
And it kind of precedes politics in a way that like
Yeah.
if we did all become anarchists tomorrow somehow, spirituality would still exist.
Yeah, well,
It's not like it would be abolished.
Well, that's the
by
whole
whereas,
idea,
you know,
isn't it? It's because, like, you know, it goes beyond politics. Yeah, sorry, guys.
But Kira,
yeah,
I know.
yeah.
But Kira does also say apatite is my favourite stone, so that's really, really nice. Deep teal blue. And I love the colour teal itself as well. I feel
do
like
too.
we all
I
have
love
this,
that colour,
but we all
yeah.
have this difference in opinion of if it's blue or green.
It's blue.
I feel like it's a greenish
Teal
blue.
is blue.
It's a greenish blue. That's what I think.
It's blue.
It's a greenish blue.
It's blue.
But some people think it's a bluish green.
We'll get onto this, right? It's blue. Ding.
We manifest the teal as blue.
Teal
So
is
I'm being
blue.
silly because
It's
I'm
blue.
small. So let's just do a question from Rain because you only had a card and you haven't had a question yet. So I'm going to be away from the house for work for a couple of weeks in October. My stepmom is here, but will my dad be okay? Okay. So I'm getting a yes on this. And love, light and blessings to all of you, particularly you and your father. But yes, love, light and blessings to all of you. Kevin says, I've been wearing my red tiger's eye bracelet on my left hand and my obsidian bracelet I thought was lost on my right hand to work every day. Yeah, you love tiger's eye as well.
I love it, yeah.
Is this good? Is it working positively? Okay. Yes. So the only guidance I'm really getting with this is make sure you're keeping them both on separate hands. If you feel intuitively drawn to switch them, that's okay, but keep them both on the opposite one. That's all I'm getting, but very, very positive energy. Mazzy says, was KK crying over me a few days ago? I get a yes on that. Tamika, will I get the administration job at the Cancer Council in Wooloomooloo?
Focus.
Yeah, I love that word. I like
yeah.
it, but yeah, let me concentrate on that. So I get a high chance. It's like 70, maybe 75%. So best of luck to Tamika for that. Really, really hope that you do get that. It seems quite a high chance. Yin Yang for Kevin. There we are.
Oh, wow.
Thoughts and isolating.
I love that.
So,
I love the cars.
yeah, the artwork's quite nice. It's quite, I don't know, not frilly. Very to the point.
No, I like it. Yeah, I do.
So thoughts and isolating. So if you're isolating yourself with your own thoughts, I would say try to be more external. So maybe talking a bit more than you're thinking. You know, we can overthink a bit without discussing our feelings with others. And sometimes it's good to mull over your own thoughts in your own mind, of course, reflection, meditation, all those things. But sometimes it's good also to step out of that a little bit and just get talking to the friends, family, getting advice and things like that. So make sure you are doing that. It's almost like coming more out of isolating as much as you can. It's coming out of isolating as much as possible. So if you need advice from others or help from others in order to help you from that, then that's great as well. Let's see, we have a super chat.
Yeah, I love that. Oh,
yeah, because
wow.
I don't think people should be isolated.
Yeah.
So Tamsy's happy birthday week. I keep getting 222 angel numbers. Is it a positive message for work or for love or work? Will a romantic interest come before year's end? Okay.
Wow.
So I'm already feeling that I'm looking at the ball, so I'm going to check the ball for her. But love, light, and blessings. I greatly appreciate that. Super chat.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, Jim, I'm
We
really
love
enjoying
you.
my.
Yeah.
We love you. So I'm really enjoying my birthday week at the moment, and I was going to say something. Oh, so I have been seeing angel numbers since we set
Yeah.
off for this trip. We saw
Oh,
0707,
yeah, we've seen so
0808,
many, yeah,
we
it's
saw
been-
1331.
Wow, yeah.
We kept seeing angel numbers the whole trip.
Been everywhere.
And it was the only time we would look at the clock because we don't really need to. We're on the plane. We don't. It doesn't.
Yeah.
We have no say in what time it is until we get off, so we don't need to check
we don't
it.
need to
But when
know.
we accidentally check or look, or just like we're clicking something, and
It's there.
it's always at 0707,
Yeah, for some
0808,
reason, yeah,
1331.
that's
So
so
I was
weird.
really, I just kept saying it's an angel number,
I know.
it's an
yeah,
angel number,
yeah.
and we kept guessing them. But
Weird.
let's check yours for you, okay?
Right.
Yeah, so I feel confirmed in what I did kind of already feel is that it is love based. So twos, whether it's 2222 or just 22 or 222, if it's 3 twos, any two kind of number, it usually is based on some kind of connection. But like you're saying, work, it can be like a networking connection, someone you meet who will take you to a higher level in your job. So it can be work related, but this does feel romantic. It can be friendship as well. 2-2s can vary, but your 2-2 does feel romantic. And I get a positive energy on before the end of the year, but particularly in the kind of mid-December. It's really coming through as quite strong for that. But thank you. I really appreciate that.
That's really
yeah, it's really, really sweet of you. Really sweet of you, and I really hope to, yeah, I just appreciate anything, wishes for my birthday. It's going to be a great day.
Oh, yeah,
Still
yeah.
hasn't even been yet. We
It
feel
still
like
hasn't
it's
happened
been
yet.
over and over.
We've celebrated it today. We didn't do.
We celebrated it here as much as we could.
Yep.
And then we'll celebrate it a little bit
On
more when we're
Friday.
back. Yeah.
Friday, yes.
But thank you. I
Back in the UK.
greatly appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
So Pooja says, hi Dinas, what ends current energies for me? Okay. So Pooja hasn't had one yet, so let's do that.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm still feeling like this mostly platonic at the moment, but and again seeing, I know we've had like a bit of a cycle of you coming to the forefront, you being on the mind more, and then taking a back seat and him focusing on his connection. It seems like you're coming to the forefront a lot more at the moment. So it's still platonic, but it's like you keep coming up like randomly when maybe you shouldn't. So that's interesting. Let's see. Oh, thank you for the birthday wishes. Mazzy is Libra too. Happy birthday season to Libras, anyone who is Libra. So that's amazing to know. We're resonating like that. And we have our polar opposite,
yes, we do.
Aries.
Yeah.
And we had Aries in the chat earlier as well. So Caroline, will he ever overcome his fear of a future with me? I would prefer he not contact me or ask to spend time with me anymore if no progress is made. Okay. So there's a really strong energy of really wanting to be with you long term and make things work, but it's just that energy of, it really feels like it's slow. It just feels, with a lot of you guys, I really feel like you guys are vibrating higher than the people you're interested in, people who are vibrating a bit lower. And that, I'm not saying all of you, but I do feel like it's a common theme. But it's a common theme for empaths, isn't it? So it's like, when you are an empath, I do feel as well like it can be difficult to get into a relationship because you are vibrating a bit higher, and
you have to find who you get on with, basically.
Yeah, but who's at
like...
that level though? Because some people, it's like they might desire you, they might have those feelings, but they're not grown yet. It's like they need to work on themselves, and we're all working on ourselves consistently all the time. But if you're up here and they're down there, no matter how fast they grow, it's like they're always chasing you. So
there's no point. You gotta be careful.
I do feel like he has potential to catch up to you, and some people do. You know, some people do heal and they go through a good cycle, a good process. I feel like he does have the potential to do that, but he's definitely below you, and I think that's what you kind of need to understand and think, how long can I wait and how much space can I hold? Because as humans, there's only so much we can do with that. You know, if we were in our Buddha energy, higher being, higher vibration all the time, we could wait eternities for people. But we're not all, we have to be in the human experience.
Real life, guys, real life. You know?
This 3D reality can be
we're not supreme beings, you know. So you know.
We're in some realities. You've been in Sirius. You've been in Sirius.
No. To be serious about Sirius.
He doesn't like to talk about his past lives yet. I'm kind of
we've spoken about it. We've spoken about it, but.
So any Sirius starseeds you're resonating with? Paul here. So Sabcode says, why was I feeling so miserable today? I'm usually happy-go-lucky, but today was the exact opposite, okay? Okay, so actually getting a really strong energy with your celestial bodies. So it is an astrology-based thing, but it is because of your starseed guides being very close with you at this time as well. So because of your astrological placements, you're having a bit of a celestial transition, should we say, and your guides are coming through quite strongly at the moment. They do feel like you can handle this challenge, though. They feel like, and guides do say this a lot. Guides say, we will not give you a challenge bigger than you can overcome yourself.
Exactly.
And they do say that.
Yeah,
but you know, of course, it can be difficult in a human lifetime to live up to that, but they don't think that you will. They think you will overcome it. Basically, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Kevin says, thank you so much, Venus, for this wonderful stream. Happy birthday. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that, and you're so
She's
sweet.
really young. She's really young. 33. 30. Oh.
No, it's okay.
3 years. Just 3 years on this planet. No, we're kidding.
Yeah. 33. How the celestial bodies shift in their positions. But yeah, you're so welcome, guys that are saying thank you. You're so welcome.
Isn't she so pretty? You would never expect her to be 33. She's 33. Anyway.
Well, you know, I'm quite a grown being, you know, wise and old in my wisdom.
Yes, she holds so much wisdom.
I hope.
Within these bones, and so do I. You know, I'm actually 41. Can you believe that?
Yeah, my master number this year as well. So 33. It's like that. It's almost like the Freemasonry 33rd degree. 33rd degree.
No problem.
So Miss Venus, hopefully you can maybe skip back to check in some of the answers. But if you do want to message me about any of them, I will refresh you on anything that you missed if you did have to jump out. So I do apologise that it's a short stream today, but I will be back on not tomorrow evening, but the evening after. So it should be Thursday evening. Should be able to jump on and do a longer stream then. So it'll be at least 2 hours then. But I would like to say no. So I would like to say goodbye and welcome to meeting Paul properly, because I know a lot of you have seen him in shorts, and you know those who
I just comment.
Those who I'm close to, what you say?
I just comment.
You just comment.
I just go, hi.
Those who I'm close to have
hi, lovely. You look lovely.
Yeah.
She looks lovely all the time. Come on, we must admit, she looks lovely all the time. I'm from Liverpool, by the way. So you may not understand the accent, but she looks lovely all the time.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
That's really sweet. Really sweet. So yeah, so it's a bit more of an introduction for those of you who don't really know too much about Paul, because when I travel, he will be there a lot more. So it's worth just kind of introducing him. Stop there! So it's worth just introducing him a little bit, because he will be here on my travels.
I won't be here all the time, but you know it's great. It's great to tune in and see you guys, and you know, to understand what's going on. And you know, I'm quite spiritual myself, and you know, it's brilliant. I'm not going to keep you from Venus. Venus will What? Sorry.
If he's around when I do a stream, it's usually like he'll just hear as he's walking past the door, and he doesn't really know too much about like the actual streams. But we do readings for each other a lot, so he gets it. He does get it, and he's a Sirius starseed. I'm a Lyran, so a little bit of a difference. We have a few differences, but it's interesting.
We're massively like opposite.
Yeah, well,
Aries,
Libra, yes. I have no fire in my sign,
Excuse
and
me.
he's an Aries.
No, but you know what? Men are from Mars, women from Venus.
And
This is Venus.
Miss Venus says she's definitely very Venusian. And Nathan actually says, "Oh, you guys drunk? That's so funny." We had
No, we are not. No.
we had 2 drinks today. So we had
That's it, yeah.
I had a Bloody Mary because I love them and it's my birthday week.
I had I had gin and tonic and a. That's it. That's all I had.
No, you had a Black Russian.
Yeah, so I've had
So
2 drinks.
we've both had 1 cocktail each and 1
But we're quite sober right now.
yeah, but we probably seem drunk because
No, I don't think.
we're drunk on live.
Well, you know what? It's
You could say that. I think that we're just super silly.
So
We're
pure.
really super silly.
Yeah.
We can't be drunk because we have an early flight. So, you know, we drink occasionally, like you all do, but we thoroughly cleanse ourselves after we do
We
it.
do, yes.
And we have
do.
a flight to catch tomorrow, so we can't really be drunk. We're quite tired, but we're not drunk. But it'll be interesting if we came on doing drunk. Should we do a drunk reading stream one time?
What, on the flight? Oh wow!
Not on the
Wouldn't
flight.
that be- Imagine that. Yeah, so they cut out any time.
We're supposed to have airplane mode on.
Yeah.
But I do love a Bloody Mary. You know, I won't lie about
Yeah,
it.
Bloody Marys.
You can't have many of them, though, can you?
tomato juice, Tabasco, and
It's
a
tomato
vodka.
juice, so you really can't drink many of them.
Yeah.
Well, let's read the comments just before we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, maybe,
So we have Miss Venus says Libra vibes. Yes. And happy birthday. So I probably will jump on with
23 today.
So I probably will jump on my actual birthday on Friday with a stream. So I probably will jump on. So it'd be nice, really nice to see you guys. And of course it will be for longer. So I'm not going to do. I don't really like streams that are this short because it just feels like. Yeah, you can really get. You don't delve into it enough, you know.
You feel like there's a lot of people on board and they want to know. Keep going, baby. Keep going.
Yeah,
Venus.
we have the fight. We have the fight.
Yes.
You're being too nice. You're being too nice.
No, keep going.
You're being too much of a
Venus,
people pleaser.
keep going.
Okay.
If you don't keep going,
okay.
I will take over.
Okay, so what we'll do 1 more question per person. How about that?
Yeah.
So your most pressing question, post it below, and we'll do 1 more question per person.
I'll succumb.
Will you do Chinksha?
Yes, I will. Picture.
So let me just read though. Tom says, great, cheers, amazing. Nathan, who said that we were drunk, says, honestly didn't expect to see fellow Brits live at 2:30. Yeah, we're in Hungary. We're in Hungary. So my ancestry, I'll be having people think I'm drunk now. Let me pronounce it.
I'm not drunk.
So my my ancestry is Hungarian. So that's why we're in Hungary.
Scottish. Do you know Scottish?
You cannot understand that.
Scottish.
You'll understand it. Nathan will understand.
Yeah, well, Nathan will.
So Hungary.
Scottish.
Hungary is my ancestry, so that's why we're here. And we have an early flight, so we're up late, which we shouldn't be when we have an early flight, but
Oh, we're young and we live once, so we'll be there.
we'll
Let's
do
be
it.
honest.
We'll
Yeah,
do it. We'll do it on the
do it.
night. We'll do it on the night.
Yeah.
You know. Jasmine
Sorry.
says that life drunk is a beautiful feeling. Yes, and don't worry, it's okay. Paul's not used to stream. You get a lot of trolls on stream,
Oh,
and
yes,
and
yes,
you
yes,
know
yes,
it's fine.
yes.
So don't worry. How do you cleanse after drinking? That's a good question. Okay, so to cleanse after drinking, what I really would suggest.
Drink lots of water.
Yeah, that's cleansing your
Drink
kidneys.
loads of water.
That's a physical cleanse, Paul.
Have-
We need mind, body, and spirit.
Yes. Sorry.
Mind, body, and spirit.
Yeah.
So I always have I always have liquid vervain because vervain is the best way to cleanse. So you can cleanse your inner system with vervain better than using something like sage or a herb, because you're cleansing the outer space better with a herb. When you use a liquid tincture of vervain, you can cleanse your internal system very quickly. So if you get a psychic attack, you can drop that in your tea, in your coffee, anything. It gets to work very quickly. So I say vervain tincture is the best. You can get vervain as a herbal tea, but you have tried it, it's not great.
Yeah,
it doesn't taste, it's very bland. You have to
but
put it with
you
something.
have to have it, right? So...
Well, you could have it with rose, but I'm allergic.
No, it's fine. That and also vitamin C tablets, just licking.
Well, yeah, but then you're still talking about physical cleanse. Yes, so vitamin C for the physical cleanse, but vervain is spiritual cleanse. Spiritual cleanse with the vervain. So vervain, I would say vervain's my best suggestion because of how quickly it works on the internal system. Like you can get Reiki, you can get a cleanser, you can use sound. I think sound healing's quite quick as well for me.
I think so too. Yeah.
Well, we both resonate. That's one thing we do really agree on, is we both really resonate with sound healing. But not everyone does. I have some clients who they love Reiki, but they don't resonate with sound healing. So I don't think that's the same for everyone. But I've never met anyone who isn't very quickly cleansed with vervain. So that's my number one tip, is always vervain. Because it works so good internally. But sound healing can be a good one. But the main thing I would say is, keep your system strong. If you're not drinking often, your system will be strong enough to just heal itself, combat itself. I think that's one thing we don't realize in the spiritual community, is that you don't always have to be cleansing, always have to be doing all of this. You can live your life. You can, you can do something a little bit crazy and fun every now and then. If you're upkeeping your system most of the time, if you're being super healthy most of the time,
you find it, aren't you? You
have a bit of fun every now and then, and not that being spiritual is super fun, I think, but you know what I mean by a bit of fun, like a bit of society fun,
Drink a lot of water. Look
after yourself. I love water is a great tip. And water, mineral water from springs, shungite water. So
make sure you hug each other. Make sure no. It means it's very important that you get love from each other. You don't want to feel bad when you wake up next to friends. If you have bad experience, if you fall out, don't fall out. Right. Make sure that
be the bigger person.
Yeah. Be the bigger person. Make sure that you speak out and just have some love for each other. And just it's exactly.
It's definitely a big
My girlfriend's she's a big person.
It's definitely a big one, cleansing, but I would say the main thing is to consistently keep your own energy as high as possible anyway. Because any slip up you have, I'm not gonna say getting drunk is a slip up, because you can do it at weddings, you can do it at just events, and I don't think it's a bad thing. But it's only bad when it gets to be too much. But I would say, keeping your system strong is the main thing. But vervain, and like you say, it's that love, it's that positive energy. Because when you're down on yourself, if you say to yourself, "Oh, now I'm hungover and I've been such a bad person," when you start getting down on yourself,
you can't
that's
do that.
The worst.
You gotta look for friendship. And you gotta speak out.
Positive energy is everything.
Make sure that your friends are there to to say it's okay. It's okay that if you do bad things, or whatever, or you fall out, it doesn't matter, because
it's your life experience.
It's in the moment, and
you will heal through it.
It's okay. It's you should all rejoice, hug it out, and. It's fine. It's fine. So I'm talking from a man's point of view, anyway. So
Miss Venus says, I would love to tune into 3L or 3I Atlas. I had its carrying Glarian codes, so that's something I know. I already need to look into that. I definitely will do that. I promise I will do that. Maybe send me a Facebook on offer, and I will, because I have you starred on Facebook, so when you send a message, it's starred and it goes to the top. So I want to look into that. Tom says, I love Bloody Marys.
Oh, me.
The spicier the better.
Loves Bloody Marys.
The spicier the better, yeah.
Yeah, celery sticks.
Spicy, rally,
Spicy.
It's drunk on life and love, yes. But Bloody Mary or two every now and then definitely helps, I would say.
Excellent.
Don't deny yourself the luxuries of the human life experience, because when you try to be like, I'm abstinent from everything, I'm so spiritual, I only eat the fruit that drops from the tree, and I don't drink any alcohol, or I never smoke a cigarette, it's like there's luxuries of life, of the 3D physical life. You're supposed to experience. You're here to experience it. It's just all about that moderation, like the Greeks said.
Don't just like. No,
it's that thing, isn't it? It's like, I'm not being too strict, but I'm also not
you
letting myself fall.
Enjoy yourself, but also at the same time think about
that balance.
People.
As a Libra, I will say it's balance.
Yeah.
Nathan says, so what are the main reasons for the streams? What do you do? I'm a tarot reader. I'm crystal ball. So I readings mostly. In my own work, I do spells, energy cleansers, Reiki, tarot, crystal ball, all different types of readings that you probably haven't seen before as well, like bone, crystal, and shell readings.
That's amazing, yeah.
I'm very, very unique with my readings, but the main reason for streams is readings. The Reiki, the cleansers, the spells, they're more one-on-one that I do with clients, sound healings, things like that. But for streams, it's mostly readings. Yeah. Miss Mina says you guys are silly. You have to be.
We are so
Where
silly.
would we be if we weren't silly?
We're also
it's like
see us in person. Really silly.
If we weren't silly, we'd be asleep right now because we have a flight to catch so early. But we're like,
it doesn't matter. It's like, you just live once. It's like, it doesn't matter.
Even though we both know that you live more than once, because we both have experienced past lives.
As long as we got a battery charge, we're okay. Yeah.
We still say YOLO, and then we laugh at it. We're like, YOLO, and then we're like, not really.
The thing is, though, Venus is not grumpy when she wakes up. I'm the grumpy one. And Venus looks at me and goes, "You awake, Paul?" I'm like, "No."
Well, I'm not going to say anything on that because I don't want to say anything bad.
It's okay, though. It's okay. Anyway, next question.
He's very grumpy in the morning.
Okay.
Miss Venus is 23 years young. Oh, I wish. 33 years.
Oh,
ancient.
That's young. That's young.
33 years ancient.
33.
He says you guys are beautiful. Thank you so much. Let's have Paul give us his best reading.
Okay, I'll do a reading if you want.
Okay, so Paul will do a group reading for the whole. You can pick a card if you want.
Yeah, okay.
So if you feel like drawn to, you can. I would recommend going for unicorn, but you could pick a yin yang if you feel like you need a bit of extra.
So, right, who's this for?
It's general for the whole chat.
Okay, so this one.
So so general energy is for the whole chat. Anyone who's made it this far.
Right. Well, welcome to this channel. Right, so the card I picked is gentleness. I'll show you. Gentleness. You ready? There we go.
Ready.
Can you see them? Gentleness.
They won't be able to read it because the writing's so small on that one.
So it basically says, oh no, I can't read it. It's very small.
I'll read it.
Yeah.
So it says, be kind to yourself and others. Honor your gentleness and speak words of love.
Wow, how can you read that?
Similar to what you were saying before.
I'll tell you what, you take this. If you don't mind.
So then we also have rebirth and winter. So it's talking about a complete rebirth of your cycle. So in the winter time, which is kind of coming up for most of us, in most of the globe, did you say?
Yeah.
So I know I'm so bad with.
No, it's true.
In the other realm, not quite just yet. So the winter is the time frame, of course, but the rebirth is coming. So it's a refresh of energy. It's anything new. So new friends, new family, reinventing yourself. Even if that's something silly like getting a new haircut, as you can see, I've had a new haircut. If you can tell,
it's amazing. Isn't
it?
It's amazing.
We're not going off on one of
Isn't it amazing? Wow.
So,
anyway.
but rebirth for these guys, if you want to redo your hair, your makeup, your style, your clothes, anything like that, a refresh, rebirth is coming in the winter. So reinvent yourself, do all those things you want to do. Don't forget that you can, as long as you're still tapping into your higher energies, like your spiritual energies, like chakra, third eye chakra and crown chakra, you can tap into your root chakra. You can be materialistic.
Yes.
You can, care about the way you look and things like that. As long as you are still tapping into those deeper spiritual energies, you can have a refresh, a revive, like just love yourself, do things that you really want to do for yourself. But in the winter, it really seems like that's coming for you. So however that manifests for you, remember that nature shows off. Flowers have beautiful petals. Peacocks have these huge, beautiful feathers. Nature shows off, and you're okay to show off as well. As long as you're still staying in those higher energies, you can also reinvent yourself in the material sense. But maybe you even want to reinvent yourself in the actual spiritual or personality sense. Maybe you do want to fine tune something, get over something, overcome something, and that's really, really brave. So if you do want to do that, give yourself all the space to do that. But do remember that winter is the time frame. So it's not like a time limit, it's not like a deadline,
No,
but it's about that's when it'll be most prominent for you. So for most of you, the most prominent energy of rebirth will be around that time. But yeah, if someone else is kind of progressing, having their rebirth a little bit before you, don't feel pressured. Yes, don't feel obliged or pressured. Keep up your own progress. We all progress at different speeds, and that's okay. But your rebirth will be around the winter time, the beginning of the winter for some of you, the end of the winter for others, and that's okay. We all hold space for each other here. Miss Venus says vervain liqueur. Well, it's the vervain tincture actually is in brandy, but the amount you'd have to drink to get drunk from it, it would cost a lot. I would rather have a Bloody Mary, I think, but it is in brandy, so do bear that in mind. If you are in recovery or you don't like to drink for any reason, the tea might be better for you, the dried herb for tea. Tam says, I bought blue vervain and the tea, as you suggested before. Haven't had alcohol in months, but I would like to be able to drink socially once in a while. Yes.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be perfect.
Something small. Don't drink too much.
Don't go crazy, but
you'll be fine.
But yeah, that'll be fine. So Jasmine says, is blue vervain different than regular vervain? I've actually never heard of blue vervain, so I'll have to look at that and get back to you, because for me it's just vervain. The tincture, which is by Bach or Batch, however you pronounce it, it's like BACH, and the tea is by I think it's a Dutch brand. It's that purple box that we have. So I'll have to double check if it's blue or not, but I think it is. I think the tea, the purple box, I think that does say blue, but I'll have to check when we get back.
Really
but I'll get back to it. I don't want to say anything that might end up not being true. So I will double check that and get back to you. But vervain, if the tincture should just be vervain, but the tea might be blue tea. I'm not sure. Miss Venus says, my last question. Yesterday I was talking to my twin flame about working out, and he joked that his goal is for his wife to enjoy the fruits of his work. Yeah, so we did answer this. Well, I'm saying we now, but I did answer this. So he was kind of insinuating that he wants something a bit deeper with you. So definitely the energy of that did come through, like kind of wanting something deeper with you, and kind of that energy definitely does come through. So I would certainly say that. And I think it's like being overly forward as well, to kind of almost try to make sure you get the hint, if that makes sense. So that's really interesting as well. I think it's almost like as well, because sometimes you can step back a little bit, as you've seen. So I think that it's almost like being overly expressive about that, like a wife thing as well, to kind of pick up on things where it's maybe backtracked a little bit. And Miss Venus says, Paul, I heard you are a chef. What was your favourite thing to cook? Your special?
Well, so special. Well, you know what? I like to cook all food. I love Chinese, love Italian. I love like British food, which is like pies and things.
Fish and chips.
Fish and chips.
He's done that though. Like
no, but no. I mean, it's very difficult to describe what I really like to cook. I love pasta. Yeah. So me and my girlfriend, Venus. Yes, that's you. Yeah, we'll no, we cook all the time, and it's amazing. You know, we introduce each other to what we like and dislike and things. It's great. You know, she likes my cooking.
I would say, I would probably say that the main thing would be anything beef related,
Yeah, beef.
and then maybe fish.
Yeah, fish. And then,
Which I wouldn't say fish is your speciality, but I would say
and
that
then,
it's
and then
your
chicken.
interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe chicken is your speciality, but I wouldn't say
No,
your
I wouldn't
best.
say chicken's my speciality.
No, beef
But
and fish.
being like, you know, chef and such, you know, it depends upon the circumstances.
But Indian, if you want like a, it is Indian, isn't it?
Yeah,
So Indian is your most prominent, mostly done one. So like curries, Indians.
Yeah.
That's the main one. That's what he's best at.
Thank you for the question.
Venus is supposed to be the fierce lion. Oh, well, it's within me somewhere, but it's so hidden within me that even I can't find it.
Is there more questions for me?
Oh my gosh.
Is everyone asking?
Paul's like, I want some questions.
Ask me things. Ask me everything.
As
No,
soon as
I'm
there's-
joking. Guys, it's okay. This is Venus, you know.
Oh my gosh, I just remembered the question I have. If you had time, and Twin Flame posted the picture.
Sorry.
Yes, it's okay. Of himself showing his muscles. Then I saw it and he took it down. Why did he take it down? Okay.
What did you say?
Why did you take it down?
Ready?
Yeah, there definitely seems to be like a bit of an embarrassment, like almost like expecting a quicker reaction or response, or being almost like, oh, should I have done that? Is that like a bit, you know, it's that kind of energy, like just feeling a little bit embarrassed. Like embarrassment is the main thing I would certainly say with that. Like it was for show and it was for you, and then it's kind of like, oh, am I being a bit cringe by doing that? That really does come up. And yes, mostly meant for you. Absolutely, I would say. She's laughing at you saying, ask me things. well, maybe when you're a bit more confident, you could come on and do some readings with me. You could try
Yeah,
that.
I can do. Yeah. Anytime. Yeah. I'm just like a guest tonight. I'm a guest.
Yeah, but you're
I
like
turned
a VIP.
A VIP.
A VIP. VIP, VIP. So, so anyway, love, light and blessings to all of you. Really hope to see you soon. Really hope to talk to do more in-depth readings with you soon. Like I said, not tomorrow evening, but next evening I should be on for a longer stream. But it was nice to trial run the miniature crystal ball. Where is it, Tincture?
Oh no, we had it. I had it in home.
It's there. You're sitting on it.
I'm sitting on it.
So
Here we go.
So it was nice to trial run the small crystal ball anyway.
Oh,
Just
can I do it?
Yeah, you can do it. Hold on.
Sorry.
So it was very nice to trial run the small crystal ball anyway. So next time we're traveling, we know we have a very small thing we can take with us. I didn't get stopped at the airport or anything like that, so it was okay.
You don't care if you got like a glass ball.
Yeah, it's fine.
No, it's fine.
And then whatever small cards. So I'll get my new, when we get back, we should have the new love cards should have arrived.
Yeah.
So I'll show you the new love cards. I'm really excited for them. So I'll have new love cards, which should be smaller, I think. So we're getting all miniature things, as you can see. The Tincture Bells are miniature as well. We can do mini cleansing, mini readings, everything mini. So we can always be traveling and always still be doing readings. And that's the main thing, is I wanted to make sure I was really tapped into the ball, that whenever we travel, we can always take it with us and do any. I can read whenever, and he can go and do whatever. He can go and cook for me, you know. So
maybe.
Oh,
sorry. Yeah, I will.
Okay. So, and you're very welcome, Tamika. Yeah, I really hope. So Tamika says, what time Thursday? It's what's your schedule?
It's fine. No, I'm free all day.
Okay. So yeah, so probably 8 p.m. is most likely. I can't remember. Do I have this? It's Thursday. Oh, no.
Friday is your birthday.
So yeah, that's how I should remember.
Thursday is
so
the
Thursday.
25th.
It's around 8 p.m. likely, but if it's a bit earlier, like 6, I will message and let you know. But yeah, I would schedule it in for 8 p.m. at the moment. But if there's any
Yeah,
updates, I'll
yeah.
try to post about that. So, and you're very welcome. And Miss Venus says you're lovely together. And that's very sweet.
Yeah, we are.
So,
We are lovely together. Just like these little.
Both the little Tinkerbells are lovely together. It's been amazing. Thank you so much for sticking around with us. I know that Miss Venus says I recorded myself doing another. Oh yeah, I want to see that. I really want to see that. So,
Yeah.
but I really appreciate that because this is literally my first time with the miniature crystal ball on stream. We've done in-person things with it and everything like that. But yes, so really, really appreciate you kind of being here for that trial kind of run. But that just means that we can stream more and more and more whenever I'm away, whenever we go anywhere. So love, light and blessings to each of you, and I really, really hope to connect with you soon. And maybe you'll see Paul a little bit more.
Who knows?
But yeah, I'll try and get him into doing readings and things. But yes, so love, light and blessings to each of you. Really, really hope to connect with you soon. And Thursday, I will update as soon as I know when. As soon as I know a time, I'll update.
Amazing.
And love, light and blessings. Hope to see you soon. It doesn't hold up our case that we're not.
No, it does. No, it's good. No, it's very good. No, it's very good. Right.